West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Thing is, I said to myself, okay, cool. Let's start this live at 2 o'clock. I said, let me go to the yard shop. I said, let me go to the yard shop, pick up a nice jerk chicken, rice and peas, settle in for this watch along second innings. I said, yeah, Hayley's going to set the foundation and I'm going to lock him. Jaja. Before I could even open up the rice and peas, Hayley was out. Now I'm scrambling. Rice and peas ain't even open yet. I'm trying to set up the live thing. Hayley's out, and I'm thinking, Jaja, what do we do now? Stefanie Taylor was off the pitch for most of our bowling, so she can't come in at number 4. But you know what? Hold on, let me see. So, you know what though? Good that Hayley's out, because this team has to learn to do stuff without the Queen having to rescue us every single time. And if we lose, we lose. But we can't get better as a side until they learn to win without Hayley having to do, that one beats the outside edge. We can't get better as a side if they can't learn to win without Hayley. So good that Hayley's out. Now let's see what the rest of these women can do. So what is it? Going off everything. Wi-Fi is messed up. Mike's coming off and on. It's crazy for me right now. 2 overs gone. West Indies 5 for 1. Shemaine Campbell 5. Zayda James yet to score. Right. So comms have just said. It's tucked into the leg side. No run. Okay, so Stefanie Taylor can't bat. Taylor can't bat for the next hour and 21 minutes. Let me just write that down. So she can't come out till 3:26 UK time or until 5 overs have fallen. We don't even know if Stefanie can bat when she does come out to bat. Oh, boy. Jaja. Say the tucks it into the leg side. They'll run through for a quick 1, 6 for 1. Listen, we're in it, though. We have to lock him. You lot might have to watch me eat this jerk chicken, rice and peas, because I ain't even eaten anything. I ain't even eaten nothing, Tatara says, hold on, let me get into the comments. Tatara says, Mash, was that Puran and Santoki interview from Patreon? Wait, what Puran and Santoki? Wait, what? What are you talking about, Tatara? Santoki did interview Puran, but not recently. What are you on about? Right. Shemaine goes to the big heave ho. Only catches the inner portion of the bat. No run. So let me lower my feed so I can hear myself. The thing is, right, the 191, with or without Hayley, that 191 isn't a straightforward total. I thought early doors, once West Indies had put Ashmini Munasar in the team, you kind of knew that meant, right, okay, so West Indies are planning to bowl 40, probably around 40 overs of spin or close to 40 overs of spin. And I was like, if we're planning to bowl 40 overs of spin, then you better believe that Pakistan are going to bowl something close to that as well. And I was like, that one's chopped, but can't beat the covers, no run. And I was like, that means that Pakistan are likely to want to bowl close to 40 overs of spin as well, or 35 plus overs of spin. And then I started to think about, do we have the capabilities to cope with that? And if I know Hayley does, obviously Hayley's got out first ball to the kind of in-swinger from, was it Sana? But I was just worried once I saw that we were planning to go spin heavy, that if Pakistan put up anything north of 180, I was like, it's going to be difficult. Or it's inside edge onto the pads. There'll be nothing there. Sana getting that ball to move early doors. I was just talking about spin, but the seamers getting it to move early doors. So it's not all about spin out there. Yeah, that's a big inside edge onto the pads. So yeah. Big up anybody who's in the live right now. Sorry, I didn't have this kind of a bigger long run up to this. I went. Do you know where I was this morning? I went to sort out my will. How about that? Chopped down to third woman, I should say, by Shemaine Campbell, 1 run. Yeah, so I went to sort out my will this morning. You lot thought you were here for a watch along? I'm here to talk about my life, and not because I'm dying people, but I was like, Jaja, I've got a daughter out here and I ain't even done a will. So if you lot ain't done your will and you've got young children, go sort out your will, innit? So I went to do my will this morning to make sure that my affairs are in order when the Lord comes to take me. So the thing is, it's a deep conversation, but you got to do these things. The next generation of my daughter is the next generation of down bad West Indian fandom, and I've got to make sure she's financially sorted for the down baddery that she's going to have to deal with when she's a big woman of watching the West Indies, you know. So I had to go sort that out this morning. But I'm back now, but it means I didn't eat no food, so that's why I went to the yard shop. I was like, Jaja, let me go watch these women now, try chase down the 192. Let me get a piece of yard food to eat whilst I'm doing that. Big up the yard shop. Big up coming up. We were talking about cricket in the shop. She was like, what are you doing now? I said, I'm going to go watch Hayley lead us to victory. Jaja, Hayley's out. Right, spinner in. And that's pushed. That's well placed there by Shemaine Campbell. Beats the lady at mid-on. And all the way to the boundary rope for 4. Shemaine moves to 10. West Indies 11 for 1. That's how we got to do it. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, people. Slowly but surely. Tatara says Crick Buzzer not updating the score. That's why you have to watch the live watch along. Speaking of which, let me update the score. So Pakistan, West Indies 11 for 1 after 3.2 overs. Shemaine Campbell on 10, Zayda James on 1. That one's left alone outside the off stump. Sorry, people, I'm just going to update. Do you know what? If anyone who's watching this knows how to do, somebody messaged me the other day and was like, Mash, it's time you updated the graphics on your that's pushed. No rum. It's time you updated the graphics on your YouTube channel, not like the thumbnails. I mean, like, so you know how like on like the Man United channels and Arsenal channels and things like that, fan channels, how they'll have like a background that's kind of in keeping with the schemes of their channel and stuff. Anyone who knows how to do that stuff, get in touch with me. It's time to update this thing, you know. It's time to get serious. Right, so 1 ball left of the 4th over. Iqbal, the spinner to bowl it. She's gone for 4 so far. Shemaine Campbell going on good. In 2, Campbell on the back foot. Nearly plays that late, but it'll be a dot ball. She got the 4, she got the boundary ball early in the over, so that's fine. Let me see. So we need run rate required. We need to go at like 3s and 4s, generally speaking, across the innings, in order to try and win this. Yes, a boundary ball or 3s. A boundary ball or 3s, generally speaking, an over, and we should be fine. But obviously, you've got to expect that Pakistan will chip away and take wickets as we go through. Anyways, who's bowling this? That's not Fatima. New pacer. And Zayda James nearly nicks off there. Wafting. Who is this? Baig. It's Baig bowling the new over. So Pakistan, Seaman's getting the ball to talk off the surface there. Zayda James so lucky there. Hung the bat out outside the off stump. Lucky not to nick off to the keeper. We get away with that one. Sachin says, I need a green screen machine. This is a thing, Sachin. I don't know any of this tech stuff. I need to just get somebody to come on board on CCP who just knows all the tech stuff. Anyways, big into Zeta James again, wide. Zeta chases that one again, can't get near it. So like, let me do this right now. Thing is, when I put the green screen options on, my internet starts going mad slow. Watch this, people. Let me put on a virtual background right now. I need someone to upload like a virtual background for me. Hold on, actually. What if I do this? Let me... One second. Let me play with some stuff whilst I'm doing this live watch along, people. What happens if I do this? No, that's... What if I do this? Nope. What if I do this? No, that's dead up. What about this? Nope. What about this? Let me just go back to what I was doing, because see what I mean? I don't know what's going on right now. That's what I'm saying. Celine says I need a graphics designer. That's what I'm saying. I need like a student who's like a graphic designer who's like, I can take CCP to the next level. Because trust me, I'm an uncle. These times I'm only just working out how to do a will, and you're asking me to updo the this time Zeta does chase a Y bomb, won't beat the cover fielder though. No ram. Yeah, you're asking me to update graphics. These times I don't know anything about graphics. Let me try green screen. What's this now? Virtual background. I have a green screen. A well-lit green screen. So thing is, does that mean I actually have to buy a green thing and put it behind me? Bam. Straight ball. Well defended by Zayden. No run. Green screen. This tech stuff gives me a headache. Gives me a headache, cuz. Like, watch this now, people. Let me try it. Let me try a little thing now. Let me go into the background now. Video backgrounds. Let me try this now. What's this one? Yeah, but you lot thought you were here to hear me do along. These times I'm trying to do tech stuff. Anyways, this Beg back in. Zeta pushes that down the ground, won't be mid off. And that is a maiden, or is there one more left of that over? One more left of the over, or is that? No, that is the end of the over. Maiden over. West Indies 11 for 1 after 5. Let me do this now. Virtual background. What happens if I do this? So what happens if I do this? Hold on, people. You lot are about to see a background. You'll be like, what is... Okay. Look at this now. So this background... Oh, look at this. I'm doing virtual reality. So that this background is my Bromley background. When I do my Bromley podcast stuff, slap down the ground, beats the mid-off fielder, they'll go down for 4. Shemaine Campbell moves to 14. That is it. That is it. 4 runs for Shemaine Campbell. West Indies moved to 15 for 1. Yeah, so this is, if I move my head out the way, can you see it says from Bromley? So should I do something like that where I just put a West Indies one behind me and then just talk in a blur? Is that better than having my West Indies jerseys in the background? Maybe I should do it like that, people. It looks mad though. Look at the like. It looks like the cutout. Like if I asked my daughter to cut something and she mashed up the cutting, it looks like that, like pure jagged edges around my head and stuff. Let me get rid of this. Although, so let me try something new, people. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I've got a West Indies background that I can use here. This is what I'm saying. Tech people, help me out, no man. Let me see if I can find a West Indies one. What's this? Let me try this one here. Wait, what the hell? Run out? Hold on, what? Oh my God. See what I mean? There's me messing about in the background with backgrounds and stuff, and now I think a wicket's gone. Oh my gosh. Hold on, people. Let me just see what's going on here now. My screen's frozen and all sorts. I don't know what's going on right now. What's going on my screen, cuz? Frozen screen. Oh, bomber clot. Oh, rasclat. As soon as I looked to see the run out, my whole computer just shut down because West Indies 15 for 2. The feed went down. There was me trying to change the background. As soon as I tried to change the background, everything went wrong. Run out. Laptop said we can't cope with this change in background. Now I got Caribbean Cricket Podcast behind me. And look at this now. Look at this. Look at this. What do you want? Anyways, fam. Should I keep this background or should I just go back to the bedroom background? Because this is all you lot fault. You lot telling me to change up backgrounds. There's me trying to look like I know what I'm doing tech wise. The whole feed froze. West Indies 15 for 2. It's curtains for us out right now. Who's this now? Who's coming? Janilla Glasgow, cuz. The youngsters got to come in and try. The 2 youngsters at the crease. Literally the two Ute women. Zayden must be what, 20, 21? Janilla's 19, 20. We're asking them to save us, cuz. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Anyway, spinner in. Oh, Glasgow. Back foot push, no run. Let me update the score in the meantime. 15 for 2. So Shemaine Campbell has been run out by inches. They went for a run that they shouldn't have done. Hesitation. And Shemaine Campbell had to go. Remember, for those of you who don't know, Stefani Taylor cannot bat for another hour, or she can come out to bat if 5 wickets have fallen. Yeah, we're in problems here. We're in problems. We're in real problems here. Anyway, how many overs are gone? So 6 overs gone. We're 15 for 2. Pakistan well on top. Hayley Matthews gone. Shemaine Campbell gone. For those who don't know, Kiana Joseph was dropped for this game, and Cherry-Ann Fraser. So Joseph and Cherry-Ann Fraser were left out. Janilla Glasgow came in. Janilla Glasgow came in with who else came in? Munasar, Ashmini Munasar. Should I change this back? I'm going to change the background, you know. They just took a cheeky single there, and there's overthrows. They'll come back for 2. No, they'll come back for 3, in fact. That's how bad the overthrows were. So none turns into 3. West Indies move to 18 for 2. Zayda James moves to 4. So the thing is, Zayda James can stay there for a long time. She's actually got a good defense. Leave the background. Okay, let me take the background out. It might freeze the thing. Okay, let's get back to where we are. Let's just go back to normality. Okay, so I see a few comments in there. Something about Craig Brathwaite. I'll come to those in a minute. Whoever was talking about that, I'll get to that in a minute. James or Janella, sorry. Check shot, no run. So let's see what these comments are saying. I can see some people cussing about something or other. I don't know what they're going on about, but I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so where are we? So Z's the first one who's cussing about something or other. Where is he? Right. Off topic, but I can't believe Mash complained about Craig Brathwaite being relinquished of his captaincy duties. He was doing a bad job, bro. Come back to that. Again, defended down the track to short cover, no run. The man won like 10 games in 40 or something. Joke man thing. Okay, Z, name a better captain that we've had in the 21st century. There's only one, by the way. So the problem, Z, is you're basing your assessment on West Indies captaincy as if West Indies are good. This is a big problem that a lot of West Indies fans have. You don't start from the basis of knowing that we're not good. So you judge West Indian players and things like captaincy. Janela goes for the big heave ho, nothing on it, fresh air, no run outside the off stump, could have nicked off. So anybody who judges West Indian standards of anything on world-class standards or even good standards, that's a misnomer in and of itself. Like that's duncery behavior. Respectfully, that's duncery behavior. You have to base our standards on associate standards because that's what we are. So saying to me, oh, Brathwaite only won 10 games in 40 or something like that. Like, so what were we supposed to do? Like, what are you talking about? Defended again, no run. Right, let's go to the next cuss out. Peter Gibson, your evaluation of the Test captaincy was pure madness. People talk about wins, you talk about draws. Again, same point, Peter Gibson. I talk about draws because we're no good. How long have you lot been watching West Indies cricket? The problem, Peter Gibson, is you're not realistic. So I talk about West Indies not losing Test matches because we are in a situation where we have to think that not losing any game is a good performance. Even for the women, those people who know me well enough, they sneak a quick single there, one run, move to 19 for 2. Those who know me well enough and have been watching Caribbean Cricket podcasts for a long enough time, I'm a different man to you. Like I assess West Indies cricket different to you. Like I've accepted that we're shit. You lot haven't. That must be your problem. You ain't accepted that we're shit. I accepted long ago that we're shit. So whenever I see West Indies not lose a game, that's a positive. So don't talk to me about winning and like we're not in the conversation of winning. We're in the conversation of learning not to lose. So you and me, there's two different conversations we're having here. Anyways, let's move on. West Indies women, that's what we're focusing on. They're 19 for 2. At the end of the 7th over, Janilla Glasgow is on 1. Zeta James is on 4. Beginning start of a new over. That one's down the leg side. They'll come through for a leg bye. In fact, they may come through for 2. Sorry, it's gone wide, not a leg bye, I should say. Iqbal, radar completely off. That's 2 extras who move to 21 for 2. The thing is, and again, for those of you who may only have just joined the live, I go back to the point that I was making at the start when I started belatedly after Hayley was already out. No, Shemaine Campbell's been run out as well, but it's a good thing in my book for hold on, just missed that one. Sorry, I need to see that one again. That one's also gone fine. Because I was talking and updating the score, I didn't actually see. Let me see what this umpire signals. Looks like it's runs. Yeah, that's 2 runs to Janilla Glasgow. So it's a good thing in my mind. It's a good thing. Well, no, sorry, start again. It's not a good thing that Hayley's out, but for the long-term development of this side, it's a good thing that Hayley's out because they have to learn to win without Hayley. They can't keep coming to matches saying, can Hayley bowl us to victory? Can Hayley bat us to victory? People have to stand up. This one, wide outside the off stump. Janilla down on her haunches, can't connect, no run. To make this screen a bit bigger, because I can't actually see what the scorecard's saying. So we've had a 2 wide. Oi, that's nearly out. Janilla goes back and tries to cut it. It goes super, super fine down to the vacant third man region, but it's just gone over the head of the first slip. West Indies pick up 4 runs, but arguably slow reactions there from the slip fielder. West Indies pick up 4 runs, but I mean, it's gone sharp. It's gone sharp. It's gone sharp. So if it'd been taken, it would have been a really good catch. But at the same time, things like that, you could end up looking back on and going, oh, there was a chance there. If that gets taken, West Indies deeper in the mire. They move to 28 for 2. Janilla Glasgow moves to 7. Maybe you might want to defend and see out this rest of the over, Janilla. Goes wide again. Janilla, we're only 7 overs in. She's trying to cut this through covers. So we've gone 2 wides, 2 dot, edge, 4. The 2 dots have been wafts outside the off stump. 1 ball left, 2 balls left. Umpire signals to Iqbal to just relax for a minute. Janilla Glasgow, remember, people, was one of the chosen 4 who went to play some cricket in Australia to develop her cricket. Down the leg side again, Janilla Glasgow tucks that, doesn't beat the fielder on the 45. Short fine leg, but they will come through for 1. Glasgow moves to 8. That's good fielding, to be fair. West Indies move to 29 for 2. 1 ball remaining of the 8th over. Yeah, to be fair, I called that. That would have been a stupendous catch if First Slip had taken it. She basically reacted after the ball had gone past her. Is that the end of the over? It looks like they've changed. I think the scorecards. One behind. You know, I haven't even eaten my food. You know, I need to eat my food, people. I think that was the end of the over. Umpires tying Zada's laces, so I don't actually know if it's in the over. D says that maybe Glasgow doesn't trust herself to bat long. She should be. I know she's only young and she's only 20, but she should believe. She remember they invested in her to go to Australia and play some kind of club cricket in Australia because they see her as a potential top order batter. So she should believe she can bat. We're not at a stage. I mean, at the end of the power play, Pakistan were 27 for 1. So we're not at a stage where I'm like, you've got to get a move on here. Like, sensible batting should be enough. I don't know what we're waiting for. Umpire's got the ball in his hands. I'm not sure what the delay is. Let me turn up comms, see if I'm missing something. Don't know what we're waiting on here. It said 7.5. Yes, we haven't actually seen the over out yet. We're back underway. I think they miscalculated everyone on the field, not realizing that there was a ball left in the over. So it should be Zada James on strike. Final ball of the over. Defended, no run. End of the over. 8 overs gone. West Indies 29 for 2. Right, let me just see who is remaining. So again, people, if you don't know, Stefani Taylor is not allowed to come out to bat for another 50 minutes, which is why Janilla Glasgow has come in at number 4. She can either come in if 5 wickets have gone down, or she can come in 50 minutes time. She was off the field for a substantial amount of time because she was, I don't actually know what the extent of if she was just unwell or if she was injured, but good Yorker there, full length ball from the seamer who's gone around the wicket, no run. Sheldon Smith says 4 runs and over is easy. Just chip away. Just chip away and launch on the back end if you have to. Yeah, true. But I don't think it's as easy based on how Pakistan batted. Sorry, people, you're going to see me eating rice and peas. We have to move, though. We have to move. What do you mean? A man can't munch his food. We have to move. No apologies. Defended, down the track, no run. You got me doing solo commentary whilst eating a rice and peas and jerk chicken. Nowhere else will you see this. Man must eat, yes? The rice and peas has me feeling sweet. I got my jerk sauce on it. We have to keep moving, you know. D says Glasgow did score 40 plus runs in the warm-up match against Pakistan, correct? But Shabika Gajnabi scored runs in the warm-up matches and she ain't got going, D. So, you know, in again, tucked, leg side. Fielder in at short mid-wicket, no run. 100 of you. There's 100 plus of you in the live watch along. Big up yourselves. Anybody who's in the live watch along. I gave late notice for this one. So big up anybody who's joined us. Hayley Matthews went for a duck. Golden duck first ball. Shemaine Campbell run out when West Indies were on 15. Went for a sneaky run, got caught. And we got the 2 youngsters at the crease. Janilla Glasgow, Zada James. Trying to rebuild the innings. Seamer in. Oh, he appeals for the nick off. Janilla Glasgow was feeling for it outside the off stump. Umpire's not interested. Not interested. There's still some early movement off the seam for the Pakistani pacers. Their lines have been really good, tempting the West Indian batters on that fifth stump line of uncertainty. For those saying, where's Stefani Taylor? If you just joined us, she is Blood clot. Oh my goodness gracious, cuz. What type of Seamer gets it to pitch in, catches Janelle Glasgow on the crease. It was going down leg side. Catches her on the foot, going down the leg side. The two, this again, they're young. The youngster's gonna make mistakes. They went for a quick run. I don't know why. You've just been pinned. Granted, it's not LBW, but you've just been pinned on the crease. They've tried to sneak the leg by. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely flipping ridiculous. Absolute ridiculousness. The ball went to the slip fielder off the LBW shout. The slip fielder is holding the ball. Zayda James calls a run. She calls a run. And the slip fielder's holding the ball. Janila's not trying to go anywhere. Janila's not trying to move. Zayda's the one. Janila's not looking behind the crease. She can't see that the slip fielder's got the ball. Zayda's the only person who can see where the ball's gone. The fielder's holding the ball in her hand, appealing. Why would you call a run? Why would you do that? And I know they're young. I know that they're discombobulated. Match looks like we're going to lose. But come on, man. That's cricket basics. You can't call a... You can't... It's not even a misfield. She's holding the ball. Honest to God, that is what I'd expect my 6-year-old daughter to do. And that's not a hyperbole, mash your overreacting thing. That's what I'd expect my 6-year-old daughter to do. I can't excuse it. We can't be like, oh, but Mash, come on, man. No. That's cricket basics. Anyways, 31 for 3. First ball. Who's at the crease? They've just smashed that. In front of square for 4. Who the hell's that? Who's come in? I don't even know. Henry, of course, Chanel Henry. Of course, she's gonna go after it straight away. This team's panicking, cuz they're panicking. Absolute panicking. Boy, he's... So essentially, West Indies have given away the last 2 wickets. Shemaine Campbell run out when there was no need to go for a run. Zayda James run out when there was no need to go for a run. Pakistan have picked up 2 cheap wickets. We're not even out the power play. And West Indies 33 for 3. Something like, we don't need to go for shots, people. Like, not at this stage of the game. Now, Chanel Henry's come in and obviously hit a 4 straight away. That's the way she plays. But we're not in a situation where we need to be going for shots. Yes, if you get a bad ball, put it away. But we're in a situation now where just dig in for a bit. Dig in. Janelle Glasgow drives that one. Fielder, bowler can't field on the return. They run through for the misfield. Yeah, I don't know if Chanel Henry. Yeah, Machel Douglas has just made the point that I was going to make. I'm not sure if she can help herself here. You know, like I'm saying they need to dig in, but I don't know if defends that one though. Right. So again, people keep saying it. Stefani Taylor cannot come out to bat for another 46 minutes due to being off the pitch in the first innings. Or she can come out after the 5th wicket has fallen. That looks more likely at this moment in time than 46 minutes time. Chanel Henry goes to the big hit down the ground, 1 bounce 4. There was no one down there, so it's a safe shot. But like I said, people, I'm not convinced Chanel wants to dig in here. I think Chanel's going to say, Chanel's attitude is going to be, if it's in my arc, I'm going for it. Whether that's what we should be doing at 33 for 3, I don't know. Granted, the field is in because it's the last over of the power play. So maybe Chanel would say, there's gaps. Let me go for it whilst I can. Anyways, West Indies, 38 for 3. Right, so 2 balls left of the power play. Spinner in to Chanel Henry. Pushes that down to mid-off, no run. 1 ball left of the power play after this. Big up everybody who's in the live at the moment. The only way this chase was ever going to be straightforward was if Hayley went deep. Hayley went first ball, and West Indies are in a bag of problems as a result. Henry through the covers. There's no one there. 4 runs. No one's gonna chase that, and that brings an end to the power play. Chanel Henry moves to 12. Sorry. And here's the joke. If you'd said to West Indies at the end of the power play, you'll be 42 runs deep into the 192 chase, they'd take it. But they wouldn't have wanted to lose 3 wickets, of which 2 were self-inflicted. D says we're missing Dottin. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Boy. Anyways, 42 for 3 at the end of the power play. Chanel Henry's come in, hit 3 boundaries already, and quickly moved to 12. How long will Chanel Henry stay there, though? Against Ireland, she got 3 lifelines, 3 drops, and that allowed her to power herself to 40-odd. Don't think we can afford to hope on 3 drops here. Fam. I'm just trying to eat my jerk chicken and rice and peas. A watch along doesn't mean that you don't eat your food, you know. We still have to eat our food. I can't be sacrificing sustenance just for a watch along. No, sir. We have to eat that food, yes. RC says, looking at the Pakistan innings, there was only 1 really good score. If Henry can get off with a good 50-plus score, we could sneak a win. Long way to go yet. Pacer in. Glasgow smashes it. Pass extra cover. 4 runs. Oh, no. Was it Glasgow? Yeah. Great shot from Glasgow. 46 for 4. Safe shot as well. Go back to that point that D makes. It is possible on this track to hit safe shots. You do not need to go aerial on everything. There are shots out there. Fireball says that jerk chicken is barbecue chicken. Do you know what, Fireball? When I was in the yard shop, I was speaking to the chef. She was a lady. I was speaking to her saying, "Oh yeah, I was in Trinidad," and I was talking. I don't know what island she was from. Actually, she's not from Jamaica. I was in Trinidad, and I said I was talking to her about Trinidad spice being different to Jamaican spice, and I said to her, I think Trinidad spice is their food spicier than Jamaican food. She did the biggest scoops after that. She was like, no. She was like, Trinidad food ain't spicier than Jamaican food. I said, Jaja. Then I had to tell her that story about how I shit up myself after eating spicy doubles. She just had to laugh after I told her that. Anyway, Pacer into Glasgow. Defended, no run. She said she's going to give me, she said next time I come in the shop, she's going to make me some doubles. So I haven't had doubles since Trinidad. You lot, if you ever go to Trinidad, be careful about doubles, you know. The doubles man will have you shitting up yourself. Right. Defended, out into the covers, no run. I think she's wrong, though. Trinidad pepper was a different kind of pepper, you know. I feel like Trinis put pepper on everything. Like if I had asked for cornflakes, they would have put pepper on it. Side helping of pepper. Glasgow goes for the big heap hole, beats the mid-on fielder. There's going to be no one down there in the deep. It's another 4 runs. Glasgow moves to 17. Small mini partnership building here. West Indies get to their 50. Chanel Henry on 12. Glasgow on 17. Let's not get too excited, but we have got to our 50. We have got to our 50. Let's keep going, girls. Let's keep going. Do your thing. Mango says, I can't eat food in front of my hungry audience. Listen, you just be glad because there's some skin on this jerk chicken I'm eating, and I'm trying to eat with manners. You're lucky that I'm not chewing up everything right now in front of people. Defended. Goes fine, down to vacant, down to third man, 1 run, 1 ball left of the 11th over. This is what I'm saying. There is no other West Indian media anywhere where a man would say, oh yeah, I'm going to do a live watch along and then just eat jerk chicken on the watch along. Eat jerk chicken and rice and peas on the watch along and not give any Fs about what anyone's thinking. That I'm thinking CCP might become a food show, you know. I've been thinking about doing some content this summer on CCP and food. When I touch Jamaica, I'm going to do a CCP and food vlog. Cut. No one's there. Cut in front of point, 1 run. That brings an end. I need to get some tissue to wipe my hands. The jerk sauce is all over my hands. And I'm trying to update the score on my laptop. I'm looking down on the laptop and all I'm seeing is jerk sauce all over the keys. Moving mad sticky. Why for that? So West Indies at the end of the 12th over, 52 for 3. Chanel Henry on 13. Janilla Glasgow on 18. Let's not get too excited, people, but a mini recovery. We lost our 3rd wicket on 20 on 31. A bit of a mini recovery here. We're going on okay with this little partnership here. Stefani Taylor cannot bat for another 12, 10, 26, 38 minutes. Yeah, Fireball says he ate sub for breakfast. I presume you mean Subway. Doubles man wasn't here today. Yeah, you man who eat doubles for breakfast. When I was eating my doubles in Trinidad last summer, I was eating them after like close of play at the test match. So like, what are we talking? We're talking like 5 o'clock. I was going to the doubles man on the avenue and was having a double slight on the avenue. Is that what it's called? Is it called the avenue? Can't remember what the Trinis called it. So I was eating double slight on the avenue, and all I was thinking was, man come up to the people telling me that people go to the doubles man morning time. Doubles for breakfast. Doubles for breakfast, you know. How are you lot eating doubles for breakfast and then not shitting yourself up at work? Like, how is that possible? I was eating my doubles, then running to the toilet, like within an hour. I could never eat doubles for breakfast, you know. Anyways, new over. Who's bowling this one? Sandhu. He hasn't bowled yet. Spinner, left arm spinner. Chanel on the back foot pushes that down to long off for 1 run. Yeah, Sheldon's correct. We're well ahead of the run rate. At the end of 10 overs, Pakistan were 29-1. This is what I'm saying. Sheldon's completely spot on. There is no need for Henry or Glasgow to go for big shots. You can just play this safely. Mikey Mike says doubles is usually eaten for breakfast. Jaja. Oh, Boulder! Straight through. Or is it stumped? Was it stumped? Boulder. Glasgow's gone for 18. Straight through, left arm spinner. You already done know in the Caribbean. Left arm spin is our kryptonite. Glasgow's got to go for 18. Did she play down the wrong line or did she try to push forward? Just played down the wrong line. 52-4. So who comes out? Gajnabi surely is next. Yep, Gajnabi. Boy. So at the next wicket, Stefani Taylor can come out. I doubt. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if we don't lose another wicket. Stefani's not allowed to bat time-wise for another 30 minutes. We'll lose another wicket before that. George Stennard said there's 140. It's 150 now. 150 people in the live and only one like. Yeah, like it up, people. Run up the likes. Run up the likes. Yeah, Pakistan look like they're going to win this match. And if they do win this match, West Indies are basically out because they will need the only way West Indies go through. If they lose to Pakistan, they're going to need other results to go their way. And that would basically mean that they would need to, on the back foot, no run. They would need to beat Bangladesh and hope that Pakistan beat Bangladesh. And then even then, you're talking about run rate. The defeat against Scotland has basically put us in this situation. So they can't say they don't deserve what happens if they don't make it through. Gajnabi back foot through the covers. There's protection out there at deep extra cover. They'll run through 4-1. Oh, gone. Nick's off. Chanel Henry's gone now. So, as I said to you, Stefani Taylor's going to have to come out. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. Pathetic. I've put Taylor's name down as the next batter. But I don't actually know if she's the one who's going to come out. It may be Elaine. If Elaine comes out before Taylor, then that tells you just how ill and sick Taylor is. Let me just see who it is. Yes. Who is that? Is it Stefani? Yes, Stefani. Yeah. Z says, Mash, I've come back to your point. I was away. Stop judging West Indies that we aren't good. But we aren't good. What do you mean? Like, someone speak to Z, please. It's about getting the tools in. How old are you, Z? It's about getting the tools in place to get back to the top. And Brathwaite ain't the right lead, as simple as Z. Respectfully, I mean this genuinely. I know we're talking about the women's game here. Respectfully, before I say what I'm going to say next, how old are you? Please just let me know before I say what I say next, because it will, depending on how old you are, depends on what I say to you next. And I don't say that as like a respect your uncle here. Like I like just respectfully, like how old are you? Right, so Stefani Taylor comes out. Right. Okay. Thank you. So Z, you're 28, right? So just go back to this point. Respectfully, Z, you're 28, and I say this with utmost respect. You've never seen West Indies be good in your whole life, in your whole entire life, right? So just like we're no good in it. We are no good. You've never seen us be good. So I get it from your perspective. You're like, oh, but one day we'll be good. But Z, I'm here to tell you that you've never seen us be good. I'm older than you. I've barely ever seen us be good because we're no good. That doesn't mean it's a disrespect to say we're no good. It's just facts. We're no good. Right. So Taylor's at the crease. It would take a miracle for West Indies to do anything other than lose from here. So this live watch along could be over within 40 minutes, to be honest. This is why I decided to do this live watch along, because obviously in an ODI, like an ODI innings can take the best part of 3 and a bit hours, right? But I was like, there's no way West Indies are batting all the way through to 50 overs in this reply. Oh, they've gone through. He's going down the leg side, no run. Right. Okay. So what is it now? 55 for 5, 3 balls left of the 13th over. Let me just focus on eating my food because we ain't winning this match. So let me try eat the rest of this food in the meantime. Oh, nearly nicks off. Goes down. They'll come through for 1. Right. Joshua says, where's Hayley? Out first ball. 56 for 5. 2 balls remaining of the 13th over. So he says, who would do a better job than Brathwaite? Holder did, and they relinquished his captaincy. What do you mean he did Did Holder win against Australia? Did he win a test match against Australia? Did Holder get a test match draw home and away against Pakistan? Come on, man. Relax, innit? Brathwaite being the leader, test match captain of us winning our first test match in Australia is already better than whatever any other captain did in the whole of the 21st century. You ask any West Indian fan, hold on a minute, is this another wicket? No. Tucked into the leg side, 1 run. You ask any other West Indian fan of the last, even up to the legends and the old uncles, right? They'll tell you that Australia win meant more than anything else they've probably seen in the last 15, 20 years of West Indies cricket. Okay. And the problem is, Z, by comparing Brathwaite to Holder, like, that's not even a good comparison because we ain't done nothing anyway. Like, what? Like, if you compare 2 subpar captaincies to each other, you're losing sight of the bigger picture, which is it's subpar. Like, there's nothing good there. I'm not trying to say Brathwaite was good. I'm saying it's subpar. Arguably, Craig Brathwaite may well say, and probably rightly so, look at the teams he had to carry to Australia. Look at the team he had to carry to Pakistan. Look at the team he had to carry to Bangladesh. And man still came away with victories. And the thing is, I'm not trying to run interference with Brathwaite. I'm just saying that Brathwaite could rightly turn around and go, I was given the most back foot push. Doesn't beat cover. He could easily say that he was given the most inexperienced, down bad West Indies side of any captain in the 21st century, and he managed to do stuff. So ultimately, Z, like, you're comparing apples and oranges here. Like, who cares at the end of the day? We're still no good. Bold, left alone. Could have taken the off stump there. Let me update the score because I haven't updated it in a while. Probably because I've slyly given up. Oh, nearly chops on there. Skewers out into the leg side, no rum. What is it? 58 for 5. At this stage, the amount of overs is irrelevant. They just need to put together some kind of partnership. They have to believe that they can put together a partnership. I don't think that they're going to, but they have to believe they can. Defended. Taylor, no rum. Right, so Cash Lala says, don't forget to like, subscribe, and blame BCCI on this channel. What's this got to do? See, this is, I presume, Cash Lala. I presume you must be of Indian extract. Do you see what I mean? Cash Lala, like, this is about West Indies, and you've come because you think this is like, this is what I'm talking about, main character syndrome. None of us here care about anything to do with India right now. We're watching West Indies versus Pakistan, yet main character syndrome means you've got to come bring yourself into it. Allow us in it. Allow us. Ain't IPL on? Go watch that. Right. Anyways, that was a 4 from Stefani Taylor. Lofted that over the covers. Safe shot. West Indies moved to 62 for 5. I'm not sure, Georgie, actually. I didn't see the toss either. All I know is Pakistan won it and said they're going to have a bat. Mango Reef says, does the ball tampering scandal against Guyana impact him? That's captaincy potential for West Indies. This happened on his watch. Santoki and I are recording something on that later today, so look out for that video to drop. I noticed that a lot of people of Guyanese extract. I haven't spoken to Santoki about it yet, actually. So it's going to be interesting to see what Santoki's response is to it when I put the questions to him, because I've noticed that not all, but some people of Guyanese extract are running interference, and I'm not here for that argument. If it was any team, whether Guyana, Trinidad, Jamaica, Leewards, Windwards, the Academy, CCC, Barbados, if I didn't say them, if any team had been done or been announced as 3 men fined because of XYZ, I would have done the same cussing. So this is no anti-Guyana thing for me. I'm going to cuss. And I don't think people should be trying to run interference for it. It's completely unacceptable. And it leaves an asterisk over the rest of the tournament. Simple facts. Okay, Z. Yeah, cool. Whatever. Like, Z, Holder's not going to sleep with you, innit? Like, cool. I don't actually care. If you think Holder's the best captain, cool, whatever. Like, I don't actually care. Like, I don't. You're arguing against, like, you're doing Grandpa Simpson right now and arguing into the clouds. I don't give a F. Like, if you think Holder's better than Brathwaite, cool. If you think Brathwaite's better than Holder, cool. We're still shit, though. So whatever. Okay, 62 for 5. We're having a bit of a drinks break at the moment. 14 overs gone. Stefani Taylor 6. Gajnabi 3. As I said earlier on, about 5 minutes ago, however long ago, the runs, the overs don't matter anymore. The overs don't matter anymore. It's all about a partnership. Can they put together a partnership? You've got to try and put together a partnership and make Pakistan start to wonder if they're going to win. And the only way to do that is for Taylor and Gajnabi to go as deep as they possibly can. Forget overs, just bat. But we shall see. Now, this is a good point from Fireball. There was a few matches, Fireball, earlier in the championship where, I can't remember who it was. I need to go back and look, where Guyana were behind in the first innings, and then in the second innings, I want to say it was the Leewards. In the second innings, they bowled down the opposition for 90. Bear in mind, they were well behind in the first innings. Now I'm looking back at games like that, and I'm thinking, so what was really going on then? Now, like I say, that doesn't mean that Guyana weren't the best team in the tournament. Nobody beat them. But by having this happen in the final game, I'm saying rightly everybody can go back and look and go, hold on. So what was going on earlier on in the tournament? Was that legit? And that's no one's fault other than the Guyanese. Who's this now? Is this still this fool? We know how you make your name, bro. Main character syndrome was when you discussed Champions Trophy, and in that session made it all about. What are you even talking about? Like, bro, isn't IPL on? Like, you don't need to be here. Like, notice how I'm not watching IPL. I'm watching West Indies. I don't care, bro. The internet's a crazy thing, you know. Like, what I've noticed about the internet, and I blame Bill Gates and all of them, man, right? The internet has made people like you, Cashla, I presume you're some kind of incel guy. It's made people like you come and talk with chess, assuming that I give a shit. Like, bro, like, go away in it. Go back your fist or something. Like, go do something. Right, okay, let's move on. Right, Mango Reef says, should Kevin Anderson be included in the A-team squad? He's going to be. I don't think that's a should. He definitely will be. It would be crazy if he wasn't. Oh, Z's still going, is he? Right, what's the latest? I think Holder's better because Brathwaite lost his captaincy. And Mandem start calling people dunce, not educated. The fans want more. What's the point now? Like, what do you want? What do you want from me, bro? Mash doesn't like his opinions being challenged. I'm coming with facts about Brathwaite, and he. Okay, cool. Okay, here you go, Z. You're correct. You're right. Holder's better than Brathwaite. I don't know what I'm talking about. We good now? Cool. Let's move on. Right. Back to the cricket. 63 for 5. I think this lady is injured. I don't know. Was she fielding off her own bowling and she dropped to the, or is this a? I need to watch back the replay to see. Looks like she's holding a hamstring. Bit of a quiet phase of the game at the moment, probably because Taylor and Gajanabi are trying to work out what to do. Trying to work out what's going on in the field. Someone's down injured at the moment. Looks like she's feeling a hamstring. So just in a. Do you know what, Nirat? I literally yesterday I did an 8-hour watch along yesterday with Jared Kimber of 2 IPL games back to back. What was it again? It was Rajasthan versus. I can't even remember now. Rajasthan versus whoever in the first game, and Delhi versus Mumbai in the second game. 8 hours straight. It's not about whether I like IPL or not. It's just that I don't make time to watch it. Like, I've got other things to. I've got other things going on in my life, so I don't buy into the notion that IPL is the be all and end all of cricket. If it's on and I've got nothing else to do, I'll watch it. I just don't make time to watch it because I've got other things to do. Now, bear in mind, right, I'm a West Indian fan and that's all I care about. I barely make time to watch CPL, which is our own shit tournament, right? So how am I going to not make, if I'm not making time for our own shit tournament, why would I make time for a next one now? So that's basically how I see it. And I don't think IPL does anything for West Indies cricket. My priority is West Indies cricket. I do not believe that IPL has done anything for our cricket, so I don't pay it. I don't see it as like, I'm not bowing down to it, if you see what I mean. Like, that doesn't mean it's not good. Big up anybody who's like super interested in it, in the same way how some people are interested in La Liga. I barely watch La Liga. Like, it's no different to that to me. Like, I watch what I like and what I've got time for, and I don't watch what I haven't got time for. Simple. As a consumer, that's the whole point of sports, is it not? I think again, and this is like another example of where internet consumption or sports consumption through the social media sphere has people confused, because everyone sees things through black and white, and the problem with social media is there's no nuance. Like, you try and add nuance to a debate and everyone's like like, and it's like, bro, like, I'm saying it's shit. If you don't think it's shit, cool, we go our separate ways. But social media makes people want to like be like, it's got to be this or it's got to be that, and it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep for me. Like, IPL is going on right now. 2 teams are playing. I don't know who. I think one of them might be Puran's team. I would rather watch West Indies women because that's more important to me. And I have that choice as a consumer. Just like the billions of people watching IPL have the choice to go watch IPL. Anyways, back to the cricket. West Indies 64 for 5 after 15 overs. Nothing's really going on right now. And I'm not unhappy with that. We need a quiet period of the game. Stefani Taylor's on 7. Spinner in, defended, no run. Gajnabi on 4. So who's this now? It's another spinner. Oh, no. Sandhu. Left arm kryptonite spin. In, defended, no run. I think Pakistan know if they can get Taylor, it's game done. Leg side. Go for LBWs. There's no way that's even nothing in that. No run, though. They don't run for once. They don't run on the leg by. No run. OTC says, is Dottin playing? This is how I know people don't follow West Indies women's cricket. Down the leg side, hits the pad. This time they will run on the leg by. Direct hit, but she's well home. 65 for 5. Right. 3 balls left in the 16th over. Spinner into Gajnabi on the back foot, cuts through the covers. They'll go all the way to the boundary rope. Great shot. Safe shot. Beats the extra cover fielder to the pitch of the ball. 4 runs for Gajnabi. Two balls left of the 16th over. Gajnabi moves to 8 after that boundary. Oh, Stefani's on 8 as well. I didn't even realize. Sorry, Stefani's not on 7 people. She is also on 8. Oh, reaches for that one. They'll come through for 1. Plays in front. Went aerial, but not close enough to the point fielder. They'll move to 70. 70 for 5. So West Indies need, for those who still think we can win it from here, I'm deliberately not talking about winning it from here. I'm just hoping, I just want them to bat time. Let's not even, maybe we can come to that conversation if these two can bat time. But for those who are on win count, West Indies need another 122 runs at a run rate of 3.5. Just bat time, ladies. Just bat time. That's all we're asking right now. The ball seems to be doing less off the track. It seems to be doing less off the track. It seems to be gripping less than it was in the opening 15 overs. 2 of our outs were self-inflicted. But Pakistan are bowling a lot of left arm kryptonite. Final ball. No, oh, sorry, that was the end of the over. Down the wicket from Gajnabi. down to long on, 1 run. Start of the 17th over. Fitzroy says, spot on, Mash. West Indies cricket, men and women first, then everything else after. Exactly. Exactly that. Exactly that. No cricket for me before West Indies cricket. Taylor on strike, forward, defends, dabs that down to, well, there was no one at short third man, so the point fielder has to come round. And there's 1 run there. This is sensible. This is sensible. Just nudge and nurdle. If there's a bad ball, try put it away. Just nudge and nurdle. Focus on your defense. Back time and see where we're at. Well, boy, let me just shut up. Back foot, punch, extra cover fields at no run. Try and take this. What I want Stefani and Shabika to do is try take this to 30 overs. You've got to break this down into chunks now. 16.3 overs is gone. You've got to say to each other, right, back foot, again, won't beat the cover fielder, no run. You've got to say to yourself, right, let's go in chunks. Let's take this to 20 overs first. Let's see where we're at. Let's take it to 25. That's a halfway point. Let's see where we're at. Trust your defense. Don't worry too much about any big shots. Don't worry too much about back foot again. Can't beat the same fielder at cover. No run. Don't worry too much about forcing the issue. Because we were ahead of the rate and ahead of the game, we don't need to force anything. We need to keep wickets in hand. Who's left to come back? I'll get to that in a minute. Back foot again. This time does play that in front of the point fielder. Deep cover. Deep point comes in, 1 run. And that's the end of the over. So what was that? 4 runs off the over. And that's what I'm saying. So 4 runs of that over, or was it 3? 3 runs of that over, no risks taken. That's what I want to see. That's how I want to see them play this one. Just no risks. Where there's ones, nudge, nurdle. We're still well ahead of the game based on where Pakistan were at. And so we don't want no risk cricket taken here. Next stage is say to yourselves, can we take this to less than 100 runs needed, right? So they're 19 runs away from being able to say, right, less than 100 runs are needed. And the reason why I'm saying try to take it to that point is because then you start to get Pakistan thinking, hold on, I thought this game was won. Milestones and numbers play a lot in terms of discombobulating people in cricket and making them think, push down the ground, vote, she wanted 1 there, go back, no running. We don't want no quick run. Milestones play a lot in discombobulating cricket games where people are like, hold on, there's less than 100 needed now. Oh, sugar, this is closer than I thought. And it starts to put an element of doubt in the bowlers' heads. I'm reaching people. I'm trying to reach for something, but I guess fundamentally what I'm saying is West Indies shouldn't believe that this game is gone yet. Okay, these two can bat. They've got to trust their defense down the wicket, fielded by the bowler. No run. They've got to trust their defense and believe they can take this game deep. Gajnabi's on 11, by the way, people. I've said she's on 10. She's actually on 11. 2 balls gone in the 18th over, 73 for 5. Down the wicket, defended by the spinner, no run. Right, where are we? I've missed some comments. Let me go back to see what people have been saying. Machel Douglas. Right. Kajabi down the wicket. Fielder can't field that. I don't think there's anyone down. Oh, there is cover. There is cover. The mid-on field, long-on fielder comes round. I just wondered, was that possible to field on the... Was that all along the ground or was that aerial for a bit? Anyways, they get 1 run. Gajnabi goes to 12. Right, so Machel Douglas says, I have footage of Kevin Anderson in that 3rd session with the ball. And when the umpire calls him out, yes, Machel, I'd love to see that. Punches in front of, there's no one in the cover region there, so they'll come through for 1. Stefani goes to 10. Yeah, Machel, I'd love to see that. And this is a good point from OTC, because OTC says, does Machel Sorry, Machel. Does Kevlon being called for tampering with the ball affect any selection? Well, I would say no. Because do you remember Kevin Sinclair got sent home from the recent, what was it? Was it Super 50? Gajnabi, are they gone for the quick single there? Or have they not? Yep. Again, 3 runs. People, 3 runs off that over. Again, no risk taken. We are ahead of the game. We do not need to take risks. 18 overs gone. West Indies 76 for 5. Stefani Taylor on 10. Shabika Gajnabi on 13. Right. Let's go back to some comments. Yeah, so what was so OTC was saying, does it affect Kevlon? Yeah, so if you remember that Kevin Sinclair got sent home by Guyana last season and he still then got straight away selected for the West Indies test squad. So I'd assume it has no impact. Georgie K says, will there be a mashup later? I'm trying to decide because Santoki and I are recording something at 10 o'clock. Forward defends. Sandhu is back on for her 6th. Is this her 6th over? Was it her 4th over? I can't tell. My screen's not clear enough. Yeah, it depends. If I do it, it might be earlier. So look out for it, though. You'll see the usual emails, etc. Spinner in, pushes, skews out into the leg side, no run. What's this? Michael Mohan says, this is how we have to watch a West Indian team play cricket, and we love cricket. Yep, fair. Big up Thomas Miller, super chat. Thank you, Tom. Big long-time fan, support of the podcast. Big up, Tom. Oh, Ariel. It goes fine. Goes fine. There's no one down at short third man. Camrangle did me there. I thought that was going Ariel out to point, but it actually just caught the outside edge and went fine. Down to short third man region. I think they got back for 2. How much did they come back for there? Hold on, the scorecard's not updated. What just happened there? It wasn't a dot, was it? What the hell? I don't want to tempt fate, but I do think that Gajnabi and Taylor are getting to the pitch of the ball. I think they're reading the pitch well. They've you know what? Let me shut up because I'm going to tempt fate. But I feel like they've read now the conditions and are like, okay, we can see what the danger balls would look like. Back foot punch won't be covered, no run. It's 78 for 5. So that ball where I was like, did they run to or not? They did run to. The scorecard just didn't update. So I didn't know what was going on. And it's Gajnabi who got those 2. So she moves to 15. 1 ball left of the 19th over. Gajnabi on strike. She's on 15. Forward. Pushes that down to long on. 1 run. Again, another over. No risk. 3 runs off the over. I think the last 3 overs, they've taken 3 runs off each. So 9 of the last 3 overs with minimal risk taken. We're now at the 19 over mark. West Indies are 79 for 5. We're trying, people. We're trying. What is this partnership? When did the 4th wicket fall? Let me just check. When did the 4th wicket fall? Let me just double check. The 4th wicket fell on 53. No, I mean the 5th wicket. Sorry. When did the 5th wicket fall? 55. I think the 5th wicket fell on 55. So this partnership must be, or 56 maybe. So this partnership is about 25 at the moment. Levi, new subscriber. Big up anybody who's subscribed, whether in this live watch along or at any point in the past. Big up anyone. Like, share, subscribe. You know, help the algorithms, please, people. Like, share, and subscribe is always helpful. Back foot again. There's been a lot of back foot chops here. I was yesterday. I don't know if anyone's heard this before. So yesterday, Donald Brown says you are also a commentator. Yes, West Indies cricket first. Otherwise, you'll be denying our rich history and legacy. Yeah. Listen, West Indies first at all times. Even forward, no run just pushes that to the fielder who comes in from the short mid wicket. Right, yeah. So even when I say things like, "Oh, we're no good," I'm still watching. I'm still rallying at all points. At all points, people. Chops that back foot. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of chop, wait, overthrows. Overthrows. We get a 1 run there for an overthrow. Moves to 80. Yeah. So yesterday I was doing a live watch along on the IPL game with Jared Kimber. And Jared told me about a position on the cricket field. I've never heard this terminology before. I want to know if anyone's ever heard it before. It's called the chop out man. So Jared says that between deep backward point and deep third man. Oh, nearly bowls her there. Goes through absolutely everything. Taylor went back. Didn't get to it. Should have gone forward. Somehow doesn't take the off stump. We survive. We survive. Lock in, Stefani. Lock in. 2 balls left of the 20th. She goes forward. Extra covers there. No run. Yeah, and he was like, that gap between deep backward point and deep third man. He says in that region there, he says people are often like, what is there is no field name there. And he says cricketers call that position. Oh, hey, again, back on a crease. Do they run through for 1 there? That was a good over. They get a 1 at the end of the over. 2 runs off that over, 81 for 5. Anyway, so there's that point in between deep backward point and deep third man there. They call that the chop out man. They call it the chop out man. Has anyone ever heard that fielding terminology before? The chop out man. Georgie says my feed is 2 balls slower than the ICC app. Is it? Maybe it's because maybe I'm. Oh, sugar. Hold on, people. Oh, snap. Yeah, Georgie was right, you know. It's because, Georgie, I must have come out of the app. And you know when it gives you the option to go live, I didn't pick the option to go live. Anyways, Taylor's just lofted a 1 ball 4. 1 ball, 1 bounce 4. Did I say 1 ball 4? Down the crease. There's a short mid wicket there. She's got to be careful. West Indies 87 for 5. Sorry, Georgie. I didn't even realize. Thank you for bringing me up to speed on that. Nobody wanted to tell me that my feed was slow. It's because I didn't update live. I was a couple balls behind. So let me update the score, people. After that 4 from Stefani. Oh, no, that's going too high. Right, so that's the updated score, people. Sorry, I didn't realize that my feed wasn't in time. Let me just make sure that I'm actually in the right speed here, because now I'm wondering what here we go, right. So the score is actually 87 for 5. Oh, gone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Self-inflicted blow. Self-inflicted blow. The spinner. The spinner is a half tracker down the leg side. Stefani's tried to tuck it fine. Tried to tuck it fine, but there's somebody at short fine leg, and she's just popped it up. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't see the fielder at short fine, and she's just popped up a simple catch. And we are in deep, deep trouble. Stefani Taylor goes for 17. And we are in big, big problems. I do not see us winning from here now. Stefani Taylor goes for 17. West Indies at 87 for 6. Alira Lane comes out to join Stefani Taylor. I do not see how we win from here. Yes, we only need slightly less than 100. I just don't see I don't see how we do it from here now. So I would make that at least 3 of the 6 wickets we've lost. I need to go back and remind myself about some of the other ones, but at least 3 of the 6 wickets we've lost have been self-inflicted. It was such a shit delivery as well. It was a nothing delivery. Ah, boy. Oh, was that shot from Stefani? Was that a 6? I thought it was a 4, you know. Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments. So Fireball says both senior sides are now going to miss a World Cup. Yeah, Santoki said the other day to me that he doesn't know if we'll ever see West Indies in a World Cup again in 50-over cricket. Like, so when someone like Z was saying, oh, we need to do this and this person was no good. This is what I'm talking about. We have entered an era of West Indies cricket where not making a World Cup is now the norm. And we're getting to a stage where we edged and just gets away with it, skews over first slip's head. There was no one there. Who was that? Was that Aliyah Elaine? I'm not sure that's wise, given the situation we're in right now. So we've now entered a stage of West Indies cricket where we don't expect to qualify for a World Cup. And the only way West Indies can now qualify for World Cups is if they make the World Cups bigger to allow us and then some of those associate teams to get in. So if anybody ever wanted to know the levels to which we've fallen, that's the levels. Gone. Oh, drop. I don't know if it just fell short, but it looks like it's a drop to me. Gajnabi, sorry, on the drive, straight back to the bowl, and I think she's put that down. It's a shot. It would be. Oh no, it's on the bounce. It's not a drop. It was just fell short. This one tucked into mid wicket or in front of square. They may come back for 2. No, there's just 1 run. 90. Sorry, people. I'm focused on eating now because this game's done. Pakistan basically going to bowl spin for the rest of the match, it seems. And why? Who could blame them? Back foot, a quick single. They get it. 91 for 6. 1 ball left on the 22nd. Cham says, "What you eating?" Allow me. I'm eating my jerk chicken and rice and peas. And the thing is, it's cold because I've been doing this watch along. I ain't even been focused on eating my food, and now it's cold, cuz. So I need to focus on eating it before it gets stone cold. Right. What's this now? Last ball of the 22nd. Big shot. Oi, good fielding. That's well fielded. Bounces just in front of mid-off. I'm not sure why they've decided now it's big shot time. That said, we now need 100 to win. 100 to win. 4 wickets remaining. Okay, for those of you who believe West Indies still have a chance, here's how we can do it. Elaine and Gajnabi do know how to bat. They have to take this to something like, for me to believe that West Indies can pull this off, Gajnabi and Elaine have to somehow take this to 50 runs to win. I believe that who else is in the team? I believe that Afi, Karishma, and Munasar with one of these two could chase 50 runs if Pakistan had the pressure. If Pakistan were under pressure. I'm gonna have to no, let me just be quiet. I'm gonna message Joel Manning after this is done and say, Joel, you're now part of the official. You've now gone from being a Ute man in the West Indies commentary game to officially part of the new bloods, because Nikhil managed to commentate on West Indies failing to get out of the men's World Cup qualifiers and seeing us get embarrassed by Scotland, Netherlands, a whole bag of man, Zimbabwe, etc. Now Joel Manning has his chance to see us get embarrassed by Scotland and a whole bag of man as we fail to make another World Cup. Welcome to West Indies cricket. You have now marinated. Everyone should be glad that I've never been invited onto TV to do commentary, because if they'd gone and touched me and said, Matt, come commentate on West Indies, I'll be talking too much truth. I'll be like, this is shit. They'd have to lock off the feed. They'd have to lock off the feed and say, why is this man describing what he's actually seeing? Why is he not trying to tell the TV audience that it's better than it actually is? He'd be like, Bish would go, so, Machel, what's your assessment of the game so far? Bish, this is shit, to be honest. Like, I'm tired of this. This is all these men ever do. Pure shitness. Yeah, so Osprey's correct. I was saying this earlier on. West Indies can lose this game and still qualify. It's unlikely, but Pakistan would basically have to beat Bangladesh. $94 for 6. Was that a leg by? I think that was a leg by. Josh says, are you commentating on the Ireland and England games in Ireland and England? No idea. I've heard... There's an outside chance. There's an outside chance that Ireland cricket will ask me to do some stuff for that series in Ireland. There's an outside chance they do. And that might just be because of being in the right place at the right time, right? As in, there'll be no West Indian, that's a misfield there. At short mid wicket, they'll come through one. There's an outside chance that Ireland cricket asks me to do some stuff because there'll be no West Indian media that go out there. I doubt very much that that somebody will be flown out from the Caribbean to go there, because myself and Santoki will be there anyway. There's an outside chance. But also down the wicket, but played back to the bowler. And that's the end of the 24th, 95 for 6. The problem as well, though, is we don't know who's actually covering the Ireland series. It may be one of those series which is streamed straight to YouTube. If it is, that probably increases the chances of one of us doing some stuff, or both, or whatever. If it's one of those kind of shady TV companies that gets the rights and then puts it behind a paywall, and like who knows then what might happen. In terms of the England series, very, very unlikely. I would assume that Talk Sport might ask me to do some stuff for the England ODIs and T20s, because they usually do. When West Indies are here to play England, they usually contact me and say, can you come and interview this West Indian player? Or so, like, for example, when I was in Antigua, Talk Sport were like, can you interview Shea Hope for us? So I know that Talk Sport trust me to do some stuff for them when it's West Indies versus England. So I'm not saying it's a definite, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was asked to do some stuff for them for the England series. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Push back to the bowler. What the bigger question for me is, I'm actually in the Caribbean. I'm in Jamaica for the games against Australia. I've never been asked by anybody, Cricket West Indies wise, to do anything in that sense. But I think that might be because I think it's not Cricket West Indies' decision, to be fair, because ultimately it's a TV company. But I do genuinely think it might be because my mouth's too big. In the same way how Faz doesn't cover West Indies in the Caribbean, like he's never on TV or on radio in the Caribbean because he talks too much. Like I think it's in that regard. And I've always known that because I don't do the cheerleading thing, that will hold me back. This is slow going again, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. What are we on at the moment? 95 for 6. Let me update the score, people, because it's another low in play. And I haven't updated the score in ages because basically no runs have been happening. Final ball of the 25th, halfway stage. Again, can't really do anything with that. No run. So at the end of the 25th over, West Indies are 96 for 6. Shabika Gajnabi is on 21. Alira Lane is on 5. West Indies are still, believe it or not, ahead of the game. But there's only 4 wickets remaining. So, but for those keeping count, 96 runs are left. So it is under 100. Do you realistically see West Indies being able to get 96 runs with their remaining 4 wickets? No, but where there is a will, there is a way. Big up Shushem. Big up for the message. Big up for the greetings. OTC says, thoughts on Carl Hooper saying give the captaincy back to Holder. Listen, if Holder got the captaincy again, I'd have no issue with it. So that's why when Z was saying, why did you say Brathwaite's a better captain than Holder? I have no problem. If Holder gets the captaincy back, good for him. Got no problem with that whatsoever. But it also wouldn't be a good choice. So the reason why I have no problem with Holder getting it is because there's no good choice. So yeah, that's kind of my view on it. Right, so have they gone back to seam now? Oh, it's Sandhu again. Right, start of the 26th over. Oh, it is back to pace. Clearly already Gajnabi looks like she prefers pace. It's not Sandhu. Who's this bowling this? I thought it was Sandhu. Who? Is it Shamim? Shamim. How many overs is this? This is her 8th over. She's got 3 overs left. So they've gone back to pace. Gajnabi, just from that first ball, which she tried to drive back past the bowler, looks like she prefers pace on the ball than spin. But that also could mean it's, again, on the back foot punch, no run fielded by the bowler. Gajnabi has done a lot of hard work to get to where she's at. How many balls does she face? I can't even read it off my thing, Let me see. Let me see. I can't even see what the screen is saying. I think she's faced 30, or is it 38? Oh, it's Elaine on strike. It's not Gajanabi. Like, this feed and this scorecard on the feed is rubbish, you know. And it's also not. Oh, sorry, everyone. This ICC feed is mad. So, one, it wasn't Gajanabi on strike. And two, I think it's Sana who's bowling. So anyways, we're 97 for 6. Gajanabi is now on strike. Punches that, no run. So it's actually Elaine who was liking the pace on the ball. So yeah, it's Sana on strike, and this is her fourth on strike. Bowling. This is her fourth over. She bowled 3 up top. Obviously, she got the key wicket of the day. Again, Hayley Matthews with the golden duck, which put us in a whole world of problems. In the meantime, people, there has been a press release from Cricket West Indies, which I'll read to you in a second. Boulder! Gajanabi goes. This game's done. Gajanabi goes to 21. The big in-swinger. Gajanabi plays outside the line of that one, not to the pitch of the ball. 97 for 7. West Indies are toast. We are fried fish out here. Yeah, big gap between the bat and pad. Great delivery, to be fair. Great delivery. That's a great delivery at any stage of the innings. The in-ducker straight through Gajanabi's defence. Well, this don't even mean nothing to me because an L's an L. I can't get back to the L because all I know is L's. All I know is L's. L's, you know. Let me just eat my jerk chicken. Let me just eat my jerk chicken, yo. Your L's. Pure L's, you know. Cuz we ain't going to the World Cup, cuz. Another World Cup. Another World Cup where we're sitting at home. Another one. Another one. Another one, you know. Let me just eat my chicken bone. Let's eat my chicken bone and just chew on that. You know when you eat them chicken bones, there's not even any meat on it. But you're just eating the chicken bone for comfort. That's where I'm at right now. Let me just eat on my chicken bone. And just chew on that one. Let me chew on this one. I don't even know what an ODI World Cup looks like anymore. I don't know what they are, you know. I don't even know what an ODI World Cup looks like anymore. I don't know what a champion trophy looks like. I don't know what an ODI World Cup looks like. All I know is down bad West Indies championship. That's all I know, you know. I don't get to see no World Cups. Nothing. In the space of 25 years, I've gone from believing that West Indies stand a chance against all opponents, but knowing we're shit, to no longer seeing us in World Cups. No Champions Trophy, no World Cups. If West Indies didn't host the 2024 World Cup, would we even have made that one? Obviously we would, but you know what I mean? Like, fam. Anyways, we have to rally. We're still rallying. The live, I'm not locking off the live. We still have to rally. Got, oi, nix it. First slip reacts too late. So Fletcher nicked that one. I think they came back for 2. West Indies moved to 99 for 7. Jaja. I feel like I'm watching like a West Indies domestic game. $100. Actually, we're on 100. Big shot and gone. Gone. Oh my God. Just straight to mid-off. Fletcher decides she wanted to go big shot. No decision in her head to think, well, maybe I should just, I mean, there's 24 overs left after all. Maybe I should see how long I can bat. Nope. Fletcher said, no, I can win this. Fletcher hit that shot like we needed 6 to win the game and not 92. Oh, Bomberclot. Oh, Rasclot. 100 for 8. 100 for 8. You know when like these players and people in the media and administrators cuss and say, you know what, this stink dreadlock Rastaman, English London stink Rastaman. You know when people cuss about things that I say and do, I'm out here doing live watch along on a down bad, horrible performance. Ain't no one else doing no live watch along. I'm still here rallying. Where's everyone else rallying? I'll obviously pick up the 146 of you currently in the live. Where's everyone else rallying though? Like, I open my mouth because I see all the pain. I watch every ball of the pain. Every single ball of the pain. Like, I'm not doing this for fun. I'm not doing this for fun. I don't do this for engagement. I don't do it for likes. I do it because I care. And I'll be back for the next game as well, for the next L. I'll still be there for the next L. I'm indestructible when it comes to L's. Yeah, Cham De Silva says Bromley got licked down. Yeah, we got absolutely moved to. Yeah, you lot on Saturday. I travelled 3.5 hours to a place called the Potteries. If you're not familiar with the UK, there's a place in the UK called the Potteries, just north of Staffordshire, to see my football club, Bromley, play Port Vale, who are the league leaders in League 2. I left my house at 7:30. Got home at 11:15 at night. Team lost 5-0. We lost 5-0, cuz. And we had 1 shot on goal. Like, you lot don't know about my level of commitment when it comes to sport. Let me tell you what I did again on Saturday. I left my house at 7:30, travelled to see my team Bromley, play Port Vale, the league leaders in League Two. We lost 5-0. We had one shot on target in the whole game, cuz. One shot on target in the whole game. When I tell you that match could have ended 7-0, it could have ended 7-0. I got home at 11:15, cuz, at night. That's the dedication I do up here when it comes to sports. So seeing West Indies get L after L after L, I'm indestructible to the L's. Like, when I watch sport, I start with the assumption that the L is coming. And that when the W comes, I'm so excited because I never get to see W's on a regular basis. I just get pure L's. L's with Gyal, L's with my football team. Well, actually, probably are quite good, to be fair. L's with West Indies. Pure L's. Right, what's the score? Like, I just want this game to be over now. We're 101 for 8. There are still 33. There's still 23 overs remaining. But West Indies decided that they wanted to hit big shots, run outs, all kinds of madness. We ain't going to the World Cup. We need, so for those wondering, to get to the World Cup, we need to beat Bangladesh and hope Pakistan beat. We need to beat Bangladesh and hope Pakistan. Who have Pakistan still got to play? Scotland. Pakistan still got to play Scotland. Thailand. I don't even know. Basically, Pakistan need to win the remainder of their matches. And then we need to beat Bangladesh. And then we need to pray for net run rate. I think that's how it works. I can't remember, but I think that's what needs to happen. Big shot. Won't beat the covers, no run. Right. So Osprey says that Pakistan and Bangladesh. So we need to hope that Pakistan beat Bangladesh and Thailand. Obviously, they'll beat Thailand. We have Bangladesh and Thailand left. So we would need to beat Bangladesh and Thailand. Who have Bangladesh got left? Pakistan and who? Scotland. Have Bangladesh got Scotland? Or have Bangladesh already played 3 games now? So Bangladesh must have us and Pakistan left. Yeah, so Pakistan, we need Pakistan to beat Bangladesh and Thailand. We need to beat Bangladesh and Thailand and then just pray. But I think not only would we need to beat Bangladesh and Thailand, I think we'd need to beat them properly, like beat them well, like absolutely smash them. Anyways, 3 runs here. Oh, so Bangladesh have Scotland tomorrow. So Scotland have an outside chance of making it. If Scotland beat Bangladesh and Ireland, they could go World Cup. I don't know what West Indies want to happen between Scotland and Bangladesh. We might need Scotland to beat Bangladesh, but then hope that Ireland beat Scotland. Either way, the point is West Indies need a whole bunch of madnesses to happen to have any chance. So we ain't going World Cup. Anyways, the score is now 103 for 8, so it's not actually over yet. Alira Lane is moved to 10, so she's still trying her best. Munasar is there yet to score. We need 88 to 89 to win. No, 80. Sorry, it's 104 for 8, so 88 to win. Driven, misfield, no run. pushed to point, no run. Oh, sorry. So I didn't read out the press release. So this is the press release, people. Sorry. This is a press release from Cricket West Indies. Right, press release. Here we go. President of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Kishore Shallow, has extended heartfelt congratulations to the Guyana Harpy Eagles following their impressive victory in the 2025 West Indies Championship, securing their third consecutive four-day title after a draw with Trinidad and Tobago Red Force on Saturday. In a statement issued today, Dr. Shallow lauded the Harpy Eagles for their consistency, discipline, and excellence throughout the season. On behalf of Cricket West Indies, I offer sincere congratulations to the Guyana Harpy Eagles on their remarkable achievement. Winning back-to-back titles is no small feat, and their undefeated run this season is a testament to the leadership of Captain Imlak and the collective effort of the players and coaching staff. Shallow also acknowledged the broader progress seen across the championship. We are equally, one is pushed to mid-on, no run. We are equally encouraged by the overall standard of play across the tournament, the emergence of new talent, the development of our fast bowlers, and the improved application of our batters show promising signs that align with our long-term vision for West Indies cricket, particularly in the Test format. The President then addressed the increase in online viewership of the tournament, rejecting the notion that the longer format of the game is dying and highlighting the encouraging interest that was seen in this year's competition. There has been a prevailing narrative that the four-day edge, no first slip, and that saved down a third woman for 2 runs, I think. Yeah, did they come back for 2? 1 second, people. Tell me they came back for 2. Surely that wasn't just 1. Just 1 run, you know. Let's move on. There's been a prevailing narrative that the four-day tournament is in decline. However, a view of the data suggests otherwise. This year's tournament was widely viewed, and the record-breaking online engagement demonstrates that there is still a strong, passionate fan base for red ball cricket. The viewership numbers we saw this season indicate a deep connection with the longer format, showing that it remains a vital and relevant part of the cricketing landscape. Dr. Shallow further emphasised the importance of continuing to nurture and grow interest in the longer format of the game. In behind the ball, well defended by Munasar Naram. The growing, where is it? Yeah, the growing viewership is a sign that fans continue to appreciate the tactical, patient nature of four-day cricket. As we move forward, Cricket West Indies is committed to further strengthening the Test format, ensuring that our players are equipped to compete at the highest level internationally. The President also made it clear that despite the team's success, Cricket West Indies maintains a strict policy on integrity, addressing the recent breach involving 2 players who were penalised for altering the condition of the ball. While we celebrate the success of the season, I'll come back to that. Oh, that's a full. Wait a minute. Wait, what the? What? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait. Wasn't that above waist height? Hold on. Did I miss something there? Munasar's out, by the way, for a duck. Let me just see this again. It's a slower ball. Oh, okay. So, it dips on her. So, arguably, they'll say that once it got to her, it was below waist height. But, anyways, another wicket's fallen. Munasar's gone for none. It was a slower ball, full toss. Mango Reef says it's a curveball. It looked like a slower ball, full toss that dipped at the last minute. I refuse to believe that was what the bowler intended. I think she intended to bowl a slower ball. I do not believe that she intended to bowl it that high. Either way, it deceived Munasar, probably because Munasar must have assumed that it was a waist high full toss, so she was deceived by the fact it dipped in at the end. Anyways, that's another wicket, people. This game is nearly over. West Indies 105 for 9. I'll get back to that statement from Cricket West Indies in a minute. Lear Lane is still there on 11. They should have run 2 on that ball that went down to third woman. I have no idea why they didn't. This has been dreadful stuff from the West Indies women. So anyways, back to the last bit of statement. So Shallow says, while we celebrate the success of the season, I want to remind players that Cricket West Indies holds the integrity of the game in the highest regard. There is zero tolerance for conduct that undermines the spirit of cricket and brings the game into disrepute. The legacy of West Indies cricket has always been built on talent, pride, and integrity, and we are committed to upholding our core values. Guyana Harp Eagles won the competition and win a prize of $250,000. Now, like I say, people, I'm going to, Santoki and I are doing a video on this later on, and I'm probably going to try and pepper Santoki when we record this later on, because my argument is this, and there was some insular Guyanese fans who got onto me on Twitter when I posted it, but that's cheating, right? They cheated. They tried to alter the result of the match by cheating. And like I say, that does not mean two things can be right at the same time. We can say that Guyana were the best team in the tournament, but we can also say at the same time that they cheated in the game against Trinidad and were caught out not once, but twice. And both players admitted it, which therefore means that I am now looking back at all of the previous games that Guyana played with a side eye, saying, if you were prepared to cheat in this final game, you didn't suddenly decide to cheat. You probably must have been cheating in other games. But because anything goes in our down bad championship, where man can get given LBW if you're struck on the 10th stump line, then you can get away with anything in West Indies Championship. Probably they were more surprised that they got caught than the fact that they did it. So that's, anyways, like I say, let me save my cuss out for later tonight. But I'm looking at the Harp Eagles with a side eye, is all I'm saying. Still waiting for them to bowl. There's been, I think it's a drinks break, so I'm going to update Twitter. Sorry, people. I'm just updating Twitter with the right. Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait. Josh says he's got a sexy Guyanese girl in Jamaica, you know. Josh moving on. Nice. Right. Right. So 105 for 9 at the end of the 30th over. Ramarak yet to score. Alira Lane on 11. Please put us out of our misery. All of us just want to go about our business. All of us just want to go about our business. Let us just go get on with our lives, please, people. Hurry up and lose this match, please, so I can lock off this live and we can all just go about our business. I still don't know if I'm doing a call-in show later, actually. I haven't decided. I'm going to mark some essays, I think, is what I'm going to do after this live is done. Oh, LBW shout and not out. It's going down the leg side. Right. RC says these are some of the things that will start coming out in the Caribbean cricket. Next on this is match fixing. Yeah. RC, I have long being suspicious about all of those T10 tournaments that are going on in the Caribbean, the Dream 11 ones. Big shot from Ramarak, drops just in front of the long on fielder who's running in, but she gets one. Yeah, those Dream 11 T10 tournaments that have been going on around the Caribbean, I think they're rife with match fixing. I think some of the T20 cricket that's been going on, the festival type cricket, I think that's been rife with match fixing. Anything which has been shown in some of the, and this doesn't, people are going to react wrongly to what I say next, right? But anything which has been shown specifically on apps in the Asian subcontinent, and we don't even really get to watch them ourselves in the Caribbean, suggests to me that people are open to manipulation, because those tournaments are being played in front of no crowds for the benefit of an Asian subcontinent audience, right? We don't know already how the bookmaker mans move, right? I've long assumed that those tournaments are a beehive for match fixing or match manipulation. I'm not calling any players' names. I'm just saying that I think it's a beehive for manipulation, right? This before we even talk about our own domestic tournaments and what may or may not be going on. So yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Put it this way. Let me put it this way. Spinner in, back foot, turns it into leg side for one. Who was that? Was that Ramarak? Oh, so the shot before wasn't Ramarak. That was Elaine. Anyway, so I was going to say something there. Forgotten now. I was going to say, yeah. When Devon Thomas got done for match fixing, my point was always there is no way on God's earth that Devon Thomas is the only West Indian. Obviously, what's his name? Marlon Samuels as well. So you mean to tell me that in 6-7 years of West Indian cricket, Devon Thomas and Marlon Samuels are the only West Indian cricketers to have manipulated the outcome of a cricket match? Nonsense. Utter nonsense. I know for a fact, based on my own conversations with some people involved in the bookmaker industry and in the anti-corruption industry, that there are several West Indian cricketers who are under scrutiny for some actions in the past and current. But let me not call no names, because true people say, "Oh, this stink London man talks too much," and da 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 da. But all I'm saying is, if I've been privy to conversations about players who are coming under huge scrutiny about certain actions in certain leagues, if I know that, you best believe other people know that. And let me just shut my mouth in it, because they'll say I talk too much. Right. Into Ramaraku's in behind that, no run. 107 for 9 at the end of the 31st over. Yeah, Josh, I've been asked this question many times before. I've been asked this question many times before, but I've reached out to Marlon twice, and both times Marlon told me to move and go. I think the first time Marlon said he don't talk to anyone on anyone's podcast apart from his own. And when I tried to say to him, "Oh yeah, but Marlon, I'm not out here to do you dirty," that was around the time, if anyone follows Marlon, that was around the time that Marlon was heavily on Instagram, like doing his sextillion stuff, cussing out Bravo, saying that Bravo's music is fuckery and all of them kind of things. So I think Marlon thought, I'm talking for Marlon here, I don't know if this is true. I think Marlon thought that I was coming to try on an exposing type thing. So he told me no. And he said, I don't talk on no one's podcast but my own. I said, cool. And when Marlon Samuels tells you something like that, you know you don't go back to him with nothing. Then about LBW shout, no, it's going down the leg side, they'll run through the leg by. And then about a year later, I met somebody I know who is a mutual friend, like someone who I know very, very well in Jamaica, who is mutual friends with somebody who is exceptionally close to Marlon. We were all talking XYZ, and my mutual friend was like, "Oh, I think you can reach out to Marlon again. This time, I think he might want to do it." Marlon told me to move and go. So after the second time, I said I am never trying to get Marlon on again, because the third time he might punch me up. So yeah. But funny enough, Marlon's the only player I've reached out to in the Caribbean who's openly told me, ex or current, who's openly told me like to move and to not chat to him. I respect it as well. I respect it because he didn't try to do the kind of nicey thing and then air me and pretend like we hadn't spoken. He just said, move. First time, just move. Chris Gale, I still harbor a hope that I can get Chris Gale on. What I know for certain, and I don't mean this, I don't mean this in any bossy way. I don't mean it like that at all. What I know for certain is that Chris is aware of the podcast, because I've spoken to somebody who's, again, very, very, very close to Chris, when I've been trying to see if I can reach out to Chris, and I've been made, or I've been told that Chris does and has maybe seen, watched episodes of the podcast, knows of the podcast, etc. But we've Chris is too busy, basically. Like, he travels the world a lot. For me to be able to get Chris on the podcast, it would have to go something like this. When I'm in Jamaica this summer and I go to Sabina for the Australia game, I would have to bump into Chris somehow at Sabina. It's going down the leg side. I would have to bump into Chris at Sabina and Chris agree in that context. That's the only way I think I could ever be able to do it. Yeah, Darren's come on before. To be fair, we don't have it up as a visual podcast, but it is on our audio platforms. If you go on Spotify or Apple or anything like that and just search the archives, I think he came on in. It was when West Indies were in tour in New Zealand. So I think the start of 2021, maybe the end of 2020, Darren came on the podcast. But that was 5 years ago. We probably could reach out to Darren again, you know. Pushed, beats the extra cover field. That's a great shot from Elaine, and that's 4 runs. Aaliyah moves to 17. So this match, people, is still going on, you know. Obviously, I've given up, but Elaine hasn't. And West Indies have moved to 113 for 9. Elaine has moved to 17. So maybe Aaliyah still thinks we can win. I'm just assuming it's a matter of time, but we are still out there. 113 for 9. On the back foot, was hesitant whether to go forward or go back. She defends it. No run. Elaine on the back foot cuts that, but there's protection again on the perimeter. No run. End of the over. 113 for 9. 33 overs. Dre, never reached out to Dre. I think Dre's virtually impossible to get on. Dre, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it would be hard to get Dre because first and foremost, Dre does what he finds. Dre does what he wants to do. His agent can't tell him nothing. Dre does what he wants to do. And also, Dre's whole career is so... it's almost like so hand in hand with... what do you call them? The kind of... the Night Riders... franchise that I'd almost feel like with someone like Dre, you don't even get permission from the agent. You almost have to get permission from the Night Riders, and that's long. So, start of a new over. Ramarak's on strike. She plays that one out into the covers. No run. So Baig into Ramarak. Ramarak drives. Fielded an extra cover. No run. Oh, good in swinging. Good in swinging Yorker there. Well dug out by Ramarak. Cuts. Doesn't beat point. No run. No run. Oh no, they'll. What the hell? What is she? What on earth? Did she just get the ball? What? Did the ball just dash her on her helmet? So what are they going to give here now? Now, is the umpire going to say she's obstructing the wicket? What's going on here? So Ramarak went for a run. At no point did Elaine call it. Literally at no point. Ramarak only realised when she was halfway down the wicket, she turned round. They've gone to the third umpire because I think they want to check if Ramarak was obstructing the wicket, was obstructing the wicket when she rang back. Now, I don't think she is because I think Ramarak's just running back just to get in. The fielder has obviously chucked the ball at because the wicketkeeper's standing up at the wicket. She would have been run out, but the ball has smashed her. I thought it was on her helmet. It might be on her back. Right. She's not running. No, you can't say that's obstructing. Yeah, you can't say that's obstructing. One, the throw's flipping wayward in the first place. The ball isn't. I'm not even convinced that you can say the ball's going to the wicketkeeper. It's going to the wicketkeeper's left. There's no way you can say that Ramarak's obstructing the wicket there. Absolutely no way. She's not even looking at the ball. So how could you argue she's obstructing? But given how this game has gone, I'm now expecting it to be given out, but there's surely no way they can give it out. Yeah, not out. Not out. Although, the bigger point here is that why was Ramarak going for the run? That would have been the third ridiculous run out. That would have been the third ridiculous run out of the game if that had been given out, in so much as there was no run to be had. Anyways, next ball, Ramarak tucks that fine round the corner. And that's the end of the 34th over. Elaine is on 17 and Ramarak is on 2. Right, 16 was. This game should have been over ages ago. It's always the way, right? When a team is clearly going to win, but the game doesn't actually end quickly. So now we're all just waiting here for the game to end. And it looks like it's not going to end anytime soon. Oh, that one spins ridiculously. It pitched on like an 8th stump line, turned back prodigiously, forcing Ramarak to have to defend at the last minute. I think initially she was set up to think, well, that's just going wide. Oh, he comes back in again from the spinner. Who is this? Sandu. Defended no run. Yeah, that one is a wide this time. Mm-hmm. And again, Ramarak swivels on that one. Pulls that on the leg side for 1. So Lane hasn't been on strike for a while. She waits on that one, but as a checked dab at that to point, no run. Driven back to the bowler, no run. And that's the end of another over. 2 off it. West Indies 115 for 9. Sandu has bowled out 2 for 31. Elaine is on 17. Ramarak is on 3. And this continues. 15 overs remain. And Justin, Elaine, and Karishma's approach to this, it makes you look back at everyone else and say, so what were you actually doing? Because you could have just played not defensively, but you can't tell me this is a 115 for 9 wicket. Right, who's in now? Back to pace, Baig. Krishma chases that one outside the off stump. Appeal, but there's nothing on that. No run. Baig in again to Ramarak. Ramarak on the drive, and that's stopped by mid-off. No run. Josh says, have you interviewed Stefani Taylor? Yes, believe it or not, we did. There's a funny story behind that one. That one is in the archives, but will never be released because when did we interview? I think Stefani was on tour with West Indies women in somewhere. I want to say UAE or something like that. And we did an interview with her, but the interview file got corrupted, so it never saw the light of day. Over the wicket now, and Ramarak's able to guide that down to third woman for Wub to bring Alira Lane back onto strike. Elaine has played out 41 balls. 41 balls, which begs the question why nobody else could do that. Cheeseman says that Shane Dites needs to now pack his bags and go. I expected that to be the case after this defeat. I expect that Cricket Forum and everyone else will be saying that he's got to be sacked after this. On the swivel pool, but can't beat the short mid wicket fielder, no run. Samuel says, any upcoming episode in light of the ball? Yeah, we're doing that tonight. It wasn't Ali Mohammed. Ali Mohammed wasn't indicted for ball tampering. He was indicted for unruly behaviour. Based on what I read, he chucked something at a player or an official or something like that. On the back foot, cut to point, no run. Cheeseman says, we pay these foreigners big money. What has he done to improve the cricket? Well, he was the coach when we got to the T20 semi-final last year. So it depends what your metric is, Cheeseman. So you can say, and arguably correctly so, you can say he is shit because we're not going to go to the World Cup in the ODIs right now. But was he shit last year when we got to the World Cup semi-finals and missed the final by 7 runs? So this is why I'm always nuanced in the way I look at things. Like, I'm not a short-term person, so I'm not saying he's now shit because we're not going to go to the World Cup. Because if he is, why didn't everyone say he was shit last year as well? Do you see what I mean? Okay, so this is what I expected. So Cheeseman says that's because T20 is easier for the team. Yeah, but he's still the head coach. Like, we have to be better than this, people. I don't transcribe to the argument that when there's evidence to say that your argument is flawed, that you then say, oh, yeah, but this. And then when evidence is there to say your argument is correct, you say, but here's this. Two things can be right at the same time, right? If you've actually been following women's cricket properly for the longest, we've been actually on a downwards curve for a long time. No one expected us. You're arguing T20 is easy for the team, but I'm not revisionist. I'm not going to rewrite history. Prior to the T20 World Cup, no one expected us to get to the semi-finals. So let's not do the revisionist thing here. I remember what everyone was saying before that T20 World Cup. Remember, our group was England, South Africa, and some shit team. I can't remember who the shit team was. And everybody expected England and South Africa to go through above us. No one expected us to knock out England to get to the World Cup semi-final. So let's not do the revisionist thing. That doesn't mean your wider point's not correct, but let's not do the revisionism thing. I keep my receipts, you know. I always keep my receipts. Right, the score is 116 for 9. Ramarak just got is it 118? I can't read my thing. 118 for 9. So Cheeseman says, is your position that dates should stay? My position is that I'm going to wait till the end of this tournament and assess the situation. My position is that if we don't make it to the World Cup, flicks it on the leg side behind point for one. My position is that not getting to the World Cup is unacceptable. But my position at the same time is that West Indies are now in a transition stage of cricket. We basically only have one good player, two if Deandra is actually available, 2.5 if you count an often injured Stefani Taylor, right? So what you have to ask yourself is, where do you rank West Indies women at this stage of their cricket? Now, this isn't excuse making that I'm doing here. That Tristan, it's a wide given. So this is an excuse making I'm doing here. This is what I call my nuanced take on cricket. Not everybody likes it when I do this stuff, but I try to present all kinds of levels to the argument. I've been following West Indies women's cricket now for the longest while, right? We have unmistakably been on a downwards trend. Anybody who follows West Indies cricket knows that essentially the level of our team now is basically Hayley Matthews and Inshallah, right? That's like, if you're in the Discord group, we often joke about that, but it's no joke. I go into every West Indies game thinking it's Queen Hayley and Inshallah for what happens for the rest of the game. The minute Hayley got out, first ball today, there couldn't surely any proper student of the West Indies women's game thought, as soon as they saw Hayley was out, went, yeah, we're going to lose. Now, you can stick that on a head coach if you want, but if we accept that Hayley Matthews is critical to the success of this side, whether with the ball with the ball and with the bat, and then you say, the head coach hasn't done this, head coach hasn't done that, you then have to accept that the next stage of West Indies cricket is about the developmental stage. We aren't going to be able to get better without bringing through a next generation of cricketers, whether that be the Janilla Glasgows, whether that be the Zayda James, whether that be the Ashmini Munasars, because the generation that won... the generation that won the T20 World Cup, the kind of GOAT generation, that's done now. Like, that's done. We can't base the current West Indies women's team on the GOAT generation that did what they did, right? Defended again by Ramarak. We can't base what they're doing now on what the foremothers did, right? We have to rewind and go again. So whenever people pin it on a head coach, I always think to myself, but what are your shit coaches doing at the regional level? What are the shit coaches doing in Jamaica? What are the shit coaches doing in Barbados, the Leewards, the Windwards, Guyana, and Trinidad? Before I pin it, but that could be, the coach can still be shit, the coach can still be shit, but we have to look at our shit domestic system first, though. How many good women's cricketers have you seen developed by our shit domestic system in the last 15 years? Give me three. And when I say good, I mean able to operate at the top level amongst the top teams. Give me three. I just want three. Bear in mind that in the men's game, we haven't even found one batter in 25 years. So how are we going to find one female cricketer at all? We can't even find one man. We can't even find one men's batter in 25 BC years. And then we're going to say that it's a head coach's fault. I keep telling you lot, we've got to go to our cricketing associations within our respective countries, and we got to rip up every single building, chuck out every single dinosaur that's running these cricket associations, hold them to account and say, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, and you've been in post for God knows how long, and we can't create not one batter, not one, not one. So So yeah, but that doesn't mean but I'm not being critical completely, Cheeseman here. That doesn't mean that the head coach can't come under scrutiny, because everyone's got to be held to account over stuff. So Shane needs to explain himself, and he needs to explain what's going wrong and this, that. He can still be held to account over stuff. But similar to the men's side, I'm kind of looking at the next generation and saying, so I'm more invested in Janilla Glasgow and Zayda James and the next lot than I am in the current lot, if you see where I'm coming from, because we need to find the next lot. Anyways. I feel sorry for Hayley, though. I feel sorry for her, because just like Shea Hope, Hayley is like world class. Shea Hope is world class, and neither one of them are going to see World Cups. Shot. Good shot by Elaine. Beats the mid-on fielder. There's no one behind. There's no one that long on. It's another 4 runs. Or was that Ramarak? Oh, was it Ramarak? Sorry, that was Ramarak. I thought it was Elaine, you know. Oh, no, it was Elaine. It was Elaine, sorry. It's a good shot. It's a bit of an agricultural hoik, but she got enough of the inner portion of the bat. It wasn't quite out the middle. This is a good knock from Elaine. Too little, too late. And it, again, makes me beg questions as to what on earth were the rest of the batting lineup doing. But we have to respect her all the same. I don't even know what the score is. Because I thought the game was done ages ago, I stopped updating. Last update I had was 115. Back foot, punch. But fielded the extra cover. Surely we're in 120 something now. Let me go and have a look. ICC feed has given up on the match as well, that they ain't even putting the scorecard up no more, or the score. I ain't seen the score come up on the screen for about a minute. Down the ground again, but this time, the fielder went from the mid-on to a kind of halfway point between mid and long. Fields that, 1 run for Elaine. ICC app still ain't putting up the score on the thing. I think it's 126 for 9. I'm going to say something in a minute which is going to offend some people, but I'll get to that point in a minute. So Elaine is on 21. Ramarak is on 7. Last ball of the 39th over. West Indies 125 for 9. Ramarak in a portion of the bat. Squeezes into the leg side. No run. And that brings an end to the 39th. West Indies need 67 runs. It is very unlikely that we are going to do that. But we are still playing, surprisingly. Right, so here's my hot take, people. If you added all of the women's and men's players in the whole region all together, listen carefully to what I'm saying. If you added all the women's and men's players in the whole region, everyone available to us, you couldn't make a team of 11 that are good in the whole region. When I say good, I mean good to compete at the international level. You couldn't at the top level. We don't have 11 good players if we added up the whole entire Caribbean on both genders. We don't have 11 players. We don't have 11. We barely have 8, right? Boulder. That's the end of the game. Alira Lane goes to the big shot. And West Indies lose by 66 runs. The game is done. 126 all out. Can't blame Alira Lane there. She's upset with herself. The Pakistan women are absolutely jubilant. They know how important that victory is. They've got to feel that they're pretty much guaranteed that they'll be going to the World Cup. Yes, they've still got to play Bangladesh and Thailand. Based on their celebrations, you can see how important that victory is. They've all done a big dive. They know that pretty much guarantees they'll beat Thailand. That will take them to 8 points. Even if they lost to Bangladesh, they'll still go to the World Cup. West Indies women, we ain't going anywhere. We ain't going anywhere. Absolutely nowhere. So we lose by 65 runs. World Cup campaign is pretty much done unless there is some kind of mad snookering that takes place. That takes place between we'd need to beat Bangladesh, beat Thailand. Pakistan would have to beat Bangladesh. We'd have to beat Bangladesh and Thailand. Well, basically, we ain't going to the World Cup. So that's that, people. Thank you for everyone who joined me on the watch along. West Indies women are toast. We're fried fish. It's another watch along L. It's another watch along L, people. If you haven't done so on the way out, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on all the usual social media handles, etc. Before you go, I challenged you all to give me 11 great players in West Indies cricket. If you add up everyone across all genders, could you find 11? I'm not convinced you can. Right. So, yep, we lose. We've lost to Scotland. We've lost to Pakistan. We've only beaten Ireland. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. We have another game. What day is it today? It's Monday. I think we've got another game on Thursday, is it? Yeah. On Thursday, we play Bangladesh. Whatever. Obviously, we've got to win, but whatever, man. On Thursday, we play Bangladesh. I'll still probably do a watch along. But yeah, it's pretty... When the tea leaves are all red and stuff, it's another disappointing defeat. It's another L in West Indies cricket. I don't know, people. I don't know. Santoki and I will be recording something later tonight, so set your hit the notification bell. Maybe you'll get the email telling you when it's dropped on YouTube. I might do a live call-in show later. I'm not sure. I might do it on Tuesday instead. So look out for that as well. But I've been Machel St. Patrick here at One Half the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. That's another end to a watch along. Oh boy, West Indies. Ah boy, we've lost by 65 runs. World Cup dreams in tatters. See you all very, very soon.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.